thank you for this. And, it's one of the things that I often have worried about on my page is that when I'm having conversations, especially when conversations are critical of white women, right? That it can get lost that my criticism of the way white women function and operate in the system is not an indictment on them as people, as individual people, right? Like we all have things that we were raised with, that we grew up with, that we benefit from, that we have to undo in ourselves, right? And I speak a lot about like, for white women, it is white supremacy and patriarchy mainly. But for black women, it is homophobia and patriarchy. Like we're unraveling different things, but both of those things are important for us to unravel. And so sometimes when the conversations are very frank and direct, and I'm talking about white supremacy because I don't talk a lot about homophobia and the role that Christianity and the church has on all of us, particularly women, that sometimes it can feel very like targeted towards white women, and sometimes it can allow black women to come into a space and to some degree trauma dump on white women and on me about their experiences with white women. And so I'm constantly threading this balance between allowing black women the space to speak and feel.
There's a deep aching silence that trails black grief and black rage. It's not just the absence of comfort, it's the presence of fear, judgment, and control. From the earliest moments in this country, black people have been punished for feeling. Grieve too loudly and you're unstable. Rage too honestly and you're dangerous. Show too much sorrow and you're playing the victim. Show too much anger and you're confirming a stereotype that was built to cage you in the first place. White supremacy doesn't just police black bodies, it polices black emotion. It labels expression of grief and rage as threats to the social order, even when that social order is what caused the pain in the first place. But what kind of society demands that the wounded stay silent to keep the comfort of the people that caused the wound? That is the sickness at the heart of the empathy gap. Because grief and rage are not signs of brokenness. They are signs of aliveness, of love, of moral clarity. Black people are not angry for no reason. We are angry because the world has taught us, generation after generation, that our lives are disposable, our pain is inconvenient, and our truth is too loud.
Because a lot of what we encounter as black women in our everyday lives, but especially those of us in the workplace, we are constantly being told to swallow our feelings and not being able to, being allowed really to air our frustrations about what we experience, especially at the hands of white women in the workplace. And so sometimes when black women come into my comment section and I'm having a conversation about white women and they become attacking of white women, it is a fine line. And this is why I say to black women too, that belongs in your journal, not my comment section, because what I'm really trying to cultivate in this space is for all women, white women, black women, brown women, Asian women, to come in this space with me and not just have me talk about empathy, but experience it from me as well. And the truth is, I am one person with a product that I hope will change the landscape of how we live and how we interact with one another. And I'm going to need the help of all women to help me get to that goal of 1 million downloads. And that's going to take the work of white women, black women, brown women, Asian women, and I want all women's hand in helping me do that. And so yes, white women do need empathy in the same way that black women need it, and brown women need it, and Asian women need it. We as women conditioned under this patriarchal system, white women under supremacy, black women under homophobia, we all need empathy to help us undo the thing in us that was given to us that we had no hand in and no choice in. And so while I can appreciate that the thing that we need to undo in ourselves is not something that we chose, it is our responsibility to do. And so I want women to come into my space, black women, white women, brown women, Asian women, to come into my space to be ready to do that work, as well as black men and white men and Asian men and brown men. I want all people who come into my space to come into my space to do the work, to truly do the work of learning empathetic behaviors, right? Some of you don't have the feelings. You don't feel. That has been conditioned out of you. But when you become married to certain behaviors, all of a sudden your emotions follow your behavior. And so because I know that a lot of white people epigenetically have had empathy conditioned out of them from that head-heart space, what I want them to do is start engaging in behaviors that model empathy so that head-heart space catches up to those behaviors. So the fact that you come into my space and you recognize that I truly do love all women. I really love all people. I don't like all people. Let's be clear. But I do love all people and all women. And yes, we We all need empathy. Black women, brown women, white women, Asian women. We all need it. And I hope people come into my space and experience it. And I hope that they will help me push this work and push this product and get it in the hands of as many people so that we're all doing our work around empathy so that we all create the world I think ultimately we all want to live in. I think ultimately we all want to live in that world. We just don't know how to get there. And you first have to start with empathy. You first have to start there.
Never. I'm different, I'm built better. Call it the sauce, yeah, I'm the recipe. I'm too much, baby, they can mess with me. You know why you don't fit in? Cause you ain't supposed to. They tryna box me in, but I don't owe you. Bland folks talking, got nothing to bring. They mad cause I got flavor and I do my own thing. I'm seasoned, I'm